Welcome to the Emisarios Unidos de Luz channel. If you enjoy this near-death experience story, consider giving it a like and subscribing to the channel. Now let's start with the story. As a young adult, I was an angry person, especially angry with God. One winter, I was suffering from a severe chest infection that had deteriorated to the point where I began to experience difficulty breathing. Against my determination to ride it out without the help of a doctor, deep down I knew that I was infected with pneumonia, and that I was risking my life by avoiding a visit to the hospital. I remember one night as I fell asleep in bed, awakening shortly after with excruciating pain in my chest as I began to asphyxiate from fluid buildup in my lungs. Deprived of oxygen, I left my body, and as I moved on from my mortal coil, the pain I had succumbed to moments before gave way to a state of euphoria. I was near the bedroom door when I turned to see my body lying lifelessly on the bed and the things in my room, which from the vantage point of that disembodied state, appeared to be surrounded by a strange blue-green aura. I was so captivated by everything I saw that I completely forgot the circumstances under which I had left my body. With the idea that I would explore the rest of the house, I then reached for the doorknob to open the door, but instead of making contact with it, my hand passed through it and then through the door itself. Hearing a strange squeaking noise behind me, I turned to see the tree branches outside rubbing against the bedroom window in the stormy weather. Suddenly, the bulb that illuminated the room began to glow even brighter, and in my heightened awareness, I realized that the light was a kind of portal. Impetuously, I reached towards the light, and in doing so, I found myself traveling through the void of space at an ever-increasing velocity. As I hurtled at lightning speed through the dark expanse, I saw the memories of my entire life unfold through a series of images in an experience akin to watching a movie. At the journey's end, I found myself on the surface of a mountainous barren landscape that was afflicted by tumultuous weather. On that tempestuous planet, I watched as storms many times the magnitude of those seen on Earth unfolded in the sky and on the planet's surface. As I scanned the planet's surface, I watched the volcanic vents of various sizes scattered across the craggy terrain occasionally release steam, and with the steam, ghostly apparitions that wandered, as if searching for something they couldn't find. Quite alarmingly, I watched as the apparition of an ancient woman, a hag with deeply furrowed, weather-beaten skin hanging off her bones, draped in a tattered, ancient world tunic, slowly floated towards me. "Who are you?" I asked sternly yet nervously as the revenant neared with ostensibly lethal intent. In response, the spectre, with its savage, menacing grin, tore away part of the shroud covering her face, revealing a skull with a wide-open, dislocated jaw. Then, casting aside her tunic, the ghoul floated upward before swooping down to bite my left shoulder, causing me to shriek in agony. "God, please save me. Forgive me for denouncing you in times past. Please accept my prayer," I prayed as the wraith readied itself for a second attack. Cowering from my gesture and the sound of my prayer, the banshee covered its ears while bellowing a spine-chilling screech before retreating into one of the terrestrial flues, as did the other phantasms like her. The sound waves of my supplication exploded as the most beautiful light as they reached the horizon, appearing as a sun rising up from behind the mountains. As I stood there watching, I felt love imbue every part of my being, revitalizing my soul. That eerie planet itself began to change as the storm evanesced and as the sky cleared of the dark clouds. I felt a profound sense of calm and peace knowing that it was God whose love I was being suffused with and whose presence was transforming the world around me. Before my very eyes, I watched grass sprout and trees and waterfalls appear on the mountainside. As God's light illuminated the landscape, I saw birds of all kinds, in the sky above me, and all of God's creatures emerged from the forests, as if to greet me. Overjoyed, I cried and laughed as God held me in his loving embrace, as the light of his love enveloped me. After some time, I sensed that it was time for me to return to my body, even though I didn't want to. Through prayer, I asked God if I could stay there with him. "Your time on earth is not yet complete. Return, for there is much more for you to learn," he replied. During my journey home to earth, I thanked God in prayer for saving me and for filling me with his love. Very suddenly, I was back in my body and free of the distress and difficulty I was experiencing before the NDE. I then began to wonder if all that I experienced was real or the result of a drug-induced hallucination. As the rising sun illuminated a bright pink sky that morning, I witnessed one of the most beautiful sunrises that I have ever seen. During those moments when things overwhelm me, I know to stop and watch the sun rise, and in watching it ascend in the sky, I remember vividly the love that I experienced during my NDE. The memory of my experience is a great comfort to me, as is the knowledge that we have a home to go to when we have finished our mission on Earth. Story 2. My NDE occurred one night as I drove home from work. A deluge of rain made the roads slippery and severely reduced visibility. As rain covered the windscreen, I noticed a deer standing on the road ahead, but it was too late to slow down safely. As I swerved to avoid hitting it, the car spun out of control and veered off the road, colliding with a tree. The next thing I remember, I was floating above the car, looking down at the mangled wreck and the chaos unfolding below as the emergency crew arrived on the scene. As a profound sense of peace enveloped me, I suddenly found myself surrounded by vistas of astonishing beauty. The beauty of the heavenly realm far surpassed that of the most beautiful places on earth, and the peace I felt in my state of expanded awareness was like a strong yet calm current flowing deeply within my soul. The landscapes, beyond being visually stunning, seemed to resonate with the music of divine essence. In heaven, fields of flowers radiated their own light, enhancing their already striking and vivid appearance, and a fragrance that evoked joy, peace, and a deep sense of well-being pervaded the air. As I ventured deeper into the countryside, I encountered a glowing river whose clear, life-infusing waters made me feel profoundly renewed and purified as I drank from it. In that realm of unconditional love and acceptance, I underwent a life review that examined the moments when my uplifting energy significantly influenced the lives of others, as well as the seemingly inconsequential acts of simple human kindness that brought happiness to others in ways I could never have foreseen. Though my actions would often elicit mirth in others, there were times when my anger, selfishness, neglect, and indifference caused them pain. In the realm of unconditional love and understanding, I experienced the hurt and sorrow I had caused as if I were on the receiving end of my own callousness. As difficult as it was to relive those moments, I saw the life review as an opportunity to view myself with the utmost clarity, an opportunity to understand, forgive myself for my sins, and learn from my mistakes. After the life review, the celestial beings in the heavenly realm shared insights into the nature of the soul, the purpose of our earthly struggles, and the illusion of separation between people. They spoke of Earth as a school, a place where souls are sent to learn, grow, and evolve through the challenges and experiences of life. The ultimate lesson is love, the realization that all is one and that love is the fabric that connects every soul in the universe, they explained. The celestial beings showed me the luminous network that interconnects all living beings and how, through that network, the thoughts and actions of each individual contribute to the consciousness of the collective. Every soul has a unique purpose, which contributes to the evolution and ascension of the collective. Every life, no matter how brief, troubled, or seemingly superficial, has value and meaning, the angels explained. After what felt like an eternity in the kingdom of boundless love and peace, I was given the choice to stay there or return to my life on earth. With all the lessons and insights I received during my sojourn, I chose to return, knowing there was so much I felt compelled to accomplish. Filled with the desire to enlighten others, I felt a strong urge to share all that I had learned during my visit to the heavenly realm. In choosing to return, the celestial beings blessed me and shared their parting words of wisdom. Suddenly, I became aware that I was in a hospital and back in my body once again. Although I was in pain from the injuries sustained in the accident, I was deeply grateful for the opportunity to continue living my corporeal life. The recovery period became a time of immense personal growth, a period in which I found joy in even the briefest interactions with strangers, family, and friends. Returning to my life with everything revealed to me during my NDE transformed not only my relationships but also my very being. I found myself more open and vulnerable, more patient, more empathetic, and more inclined to perform acts of kindness and generosity. I became an advocate for love and compassion, sharing my story with those who were struggling, in the hope that it would give them hope and a new perspective on life. My time in heaven and the gift of my return gave me a deep appreciation for the moments I could spend with my family, and even more so with the awareness of how precious and fleeting our lives truly are. My career also took a new direction as I sought work that aligned with my values and my desire to contribute to the well-being of others and the planet. The transformation was not without its challenges, however, as some dismissed it as mere fantasy or delusion, expressing their criticisms derisively. Navigating such skepticism required all my patience and resolve, along with a firm belief that my journey to the heavenly realm was a real experience. Through perseverance, I learned to share my story without attempting to convince others of its authenticity, but rather to offer a perspective with the hope of planting the seed of love and hope in their hearts. Reflecting on my journey, I am filled with immense gratitude for having a purpose that aligns with my spirit and the spirit of love. I now understand that our time on earth is a gift, a precious opportunity to learn, love, and grow. Since the NDE, my fear of death has been replaced with a peaceful acceptance of the ephemerality and fragility of life, an understanding of why it is designed this way, and reassurance of the enlightened state of being in the realm of unconditional love that awaits us. I live my life now as a testament to the lessons I learned in the heavenly realm, striving to be an emissary and a beacon of hope and love in the world. That journey between life and death, that glimpse of the life beyond, has not only changed me but has the power to change the world. It is a story I will continue to share, a message of love, hope, and the eternal nature of our souls.